YouTube. How's everybody today? It's nice to hear. It's very nice. So today I want to talk about this band called 3. It's their 2005 album called Wake Pig. It was also released in 2004 on a label called Planet Noise. Then they got signed to Metal Blade and they gave it a more metal cover. So this is the 2005 reissue on Metal Blade that I have here. Fourth studio album. 3 is a band from Woodstock, New York. They formed in the early 90s. They used to be a trio that was comprised of 2 brothers named, one was named Joey, who played vocals and guitar, then there was the drummer named Josh. Joey and Joey Eppard. Josh, the drummer, used to play drums in Coed and Cambria too, but he has since quit that and is now an MC, I think, in this experimental hip-hop thing called Weird Science. Anyways, they're a quintet now. They're pretty renowned for like their live show and stuff. And there's one of those bands where their studio albums don't hold a candle to their live shows, I guess. They've played and toured with bands like Porcupine Tree, The Scorpions, Dream Theater, Opeth, Spearhead, Fishbone, Bad Brains, Under Oath, Between the Buried and Me, Coed and Cambria, of course. But yeah, this is fourth studio album. They play like a blend of prog rock, like alternative metal kind of stuff. Very safe, very, I don't want to say like too mainstream, but it's very radio friendly kind of sound on here. They have elements of bands like Peach and Cyclefly, a little bit of Mars Volta, Tool. I kind of think they sound like Rush too, but maybe it's just because the singer kind of has this Geddy Lee type voice when he's singing. But I don't know if they're as accomplished musicians as Rush is, but these guys are very skilled musicians on here. Like, this is an album full of like cool polyrhythms and like complicated song structures and like tricky riffs and mood shifts and stuff like that, but it's all played in a very safe, very not generic, but a very like mainstream kind of way. Very radio friendly. Like, you could probably hear this on any like mainstream rock station. Like, they could easily play this in a set, no one would bat an eyelash. Like, all the songs are like, you know, like I said, radio ready. They're under 4 minutes. There's no real swearing, no real controversial lyrics or controversial content on here. There's no like swears or graphic imagery. It's all very accessible music. They play, like I said, they play like hard progressive rock on here, so there's like some hard rock anthems and like mellowed out songs, some balladish shit. Acoustic guitar, like flamenco playing, finger picked guitars and stuff, lots of drum solos, guitar solos, tricky bass that sometimes sounds like kind of Primus and stuff like that. So these guys are very skilled and accomplished musicians for sure, because the structures and the song compositions on here are pretty complicated. It's not just drop to D and play a couple chords over and over and yell about how miserable your life is and how you're angry at your parents type stuff on here. Like, there is a little bit of depth to the lyrics. It's like quasi-spiritual and like songs about war and stuff, but then it's not that deep though. But it's deeper than most mainstream stuff on here. One of my favorite songs on here is the hidden song on here. It's a song called Amazed Disgrace, and it's 15 minutes long, and it has a very cool drum solo on it and stuff too. Pretty epic song. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is a band that I read that their studio albums don't hold up to their live shows at all, and apparently the songs are a little more fleshed out and played with more intensity live. Like this, like you can tell this is a very, like a band that has a lot of technical skill to back them up, but the album itself is pretty, like, it lacks edge, doesn't have a lot of, you know, aggression or edge, or it doesn't have it, like, it needs a little punch, needs some oomph, you know? But all the instruments are played really well. Like, the drumming is excellent, it's got cool little polyrhythms, and like, my only gripe's probably the vocals, which is more than likely to annoy some people, and there's no real like death or growling, no death voice on here. It's just pretty like I said, like Geddy Lee type singing, where he has like that kind of half sung and then he tries to do that whole soaring vocals thing. But yeah, there's not much in the way of artwork on here either. It's just lyrics on the inside here, and then a picture of the band, all 5 of them there. I don't know who's who. I assume the singer is the guy in the middle there. That's pretty much it. But yeah, like, they just need to play these songs with a little more muscle and just put edgier stuff in their production, and these songs would probably be a lot better. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to find these on like any kind of, you know, hard rock radio station, mainstream rock radio. Like, the songs are very melodic, like have a little bit of like, you know, literate lyrics and played with a little bit of sensitivity. Like, the record label wants us to think this is all very dynamic and played in a very progressive style, and it's driving and powerful, that it's highly catchy, and like maybe it is. Like I don't see a lot of dynamic in here or power, but the songs are very accomplished. They are very well structured. They just need to be, you know, just a little grittier, I guess, for me to really get into them. Like these guys are very good. But yeah, there's not really a lot to say about 3. Been around since the early 90s, play very friendly arena rock. And that's pretty much it. 2005 album called Wake Pig, released on Metal Blade Records, the band 3. I give this album a 3.